Hello and welcome to a new episode of Crazy Buildings. Today we'll visit the largest human-made structure in the entire world, the biggest building ever built. This is going to be exciting. Let's go. So if you think about amazing construction projects around the world, a recent one that may come to mind is the Las Vegas Sphere, a stadium built with a construction cost of about $2.3 billion. And the Las Vegas Sphere has a height of about 366 feet, so about 112 meters, whereas the building we are about to visit has a height of just about a third of that, so about 46 feet or about 14 meters. And if you think about it in terms of length and width, then the Las Vegas Sphere is about 560 feet long, so about 157 meters, whereas the building we are about to visit is just about 50 feet wide, so just about 16 meters, but now it is about 13,000 miles long, about 21,000 kilometers in length. So we are visiting the Great Wall of China, one of the 7 wonders of the world. So imagine this, the distance between New York and Vancouver is about 3,000 miles. The distance between Paris and Dubai is about 3,200 miles, and the Great Wall of China is 4 times that length. And it's not just the length that's amazing, it's also the mere fact that it's still there, it's still around, it still exists today, almost 500 years since its completion, which is said to be in about year 1644. And today we are taking the bullet train from Shanghai. We are here at the Shanghai Hongqiao railway station. We are going to take the bullet train, which is supposed to take us about 4.5 hours to get there, so that we can see the Great Wall of China for ourselves. So here we're inside the station. It used to take about 13 hours to take a train from Shanghai to Beijing, which is after all about 1,000 miles in distance. But nowadays it just takes 4.5 hours, so that is quite amazing. So here we are on the high-speed train, the so-called bullet train. And this train goes at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour, so about 220 miles per hour. And once again, speaking of the length of the Great Wall of China, some people say, well, how long would it take if I want to walk the entire distance from one end to the other end? And the answer is, because some people have tried, about 500 days, so about 1.5 years of walking if one would want to go the entire distance on foot. And we have arrived in Beijing, and what's impressive is that even back in those days there was a kind of subcontracting system in place where people would engrave names onto stones, so that later on one was able to trace back who was responsible for building which part of the wall. And from a project management point of view, it's also absolutely stunning. There were at its peak about 500,000 people working on this one project, with obviously no project management software or anything like that. Supplies for the workers had to be coordinated, supplies of building materials had to be coordinated. I find that truly amazing. wow, here we are on top of the Great Wall. And when you're in person, it just hits you differently how tall this wall is, how wide it is, and how incredibly long it is. And anyone who knows a little bit of real estate knows they always say location, location, location. And this wall wasn't built randomly, it was built very purposefully and very strategically along the lines where they wanted to protect the country, so that a few soldiers could see the entire area. They have these watchtowers, and then if needed, if enemies were approaching, they could easily call for backup. Now, from a construction quality point of view, it's also very interesting because they developed a kind of mortar that was built and made out of sticky rice. And before you laugh, it actually really worked well. And they say that this sticky rice mortar is actually stronger than today's C30-degree concrete, which makes you wonder, seeing the wall standing here after hundreds of years, whether or not the buildings that we are all building in these days would still be around 500 years from now or not. And with that, it is time for today's edition of True Story. And the true story is that we had a client that owned an industrial building and asked us to sell that building. And as we were appraising and analyzing the situation, we were realizing that some of the property documentation was missing. Actually, even scarier, it turned out that the land use rights were not in the ownership of our client, which basically means the client did not own the land that their buildings were on. And then you can also not really sell the buildings, because if ever the government would say now reclaim the land, well, then one needs actually to remove one's building at one's own expense. So really scary situation, and we needed to come up with a creative solution. And the solution we developed was, we said, okay, we'll go to the market and we'll say we are selling the project company, we're doing an equity deal, we are selling the company owning this project, owning these buildings, and we are telling the market, you can buy this at a discount as long as you as the buyer take care of that land use right situation. And eventually we managed to find this kind of buyer, a buyer who said, yes, I believe I have the right expertise, I have the right local contacts to handle that situation. And that was a very good outcome for our client, given the circumstances, so that they at least got all the money back that they had invested into building these facilities. But it also is a reminder and tells us, whenever and wherever in this world you buy real estate, please make sure that the documentation is fully in place, that the counterparts, the people who sell you something, are who they claim to be, and please use the right lawyers and professionals where needed, because it's money well spent when it helps to keep you safe and keep your investment safe. Thanks for watching, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or needs related to industrial or commercial real estate. NAR Global has 325 local offices across 65 countries, all here to support you. And of course, please do like and subscribe so that you will not miss the next episode of Crazy Buildings.